Understanding Google Drive, the beginning. Hopefully this tutorial can help you understand really what Google Drive is and how it works. And I think it's very important for teachers to understand that before they move on and start working with Google Drive, because understanding exactly what it is clears up a lot of the problems that you might have in the future, and it really makes learning anything within Google much easier. So basically, to get to Google Drive, let's get there first, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it. Go to the Google homepage and click Sign In. Make sure, by the way, you're using Google Chrome browser. Okay, if you're using the Google Chrome browser, it makes the functionality of Google Drive much better. Do not use Internet Explorer or Firefox, because there are certain things that you can't do with those browsers that you can only do with Google Chrome. One of the things Google Chrome has is this Waffle Button. The Waffle Button is your menu to navigate around the different apps that Google has after you're signed in. So click the Google Drive button, and we're there. So what exactly is Google Drive? It's an online storage and productivity suite. What does that mean in plain English? It means it's a place to store all your stuff, but it's in the cloud, which means you can access it from anywhere on the face of the earth as long as you have internet access. And you can store all of your files. You can store all the files that you've already created in your teaching career. And you can create new files like Microsoft Office, new documents, spreadsheets, PowerPoint presentations, actually it's called Google Slides, and so on and so forth. So what that really means is every document that you have that's stored in your Google Drive, if you click into it, it's actually a website. It has a web address. Every single thing in your Google Drive that's in the Google format has a web address. So that means if you give that web address to other people and you give them access to see it, anyone can access it from all over the world. But we're getting a little far ahead. We'll go over sharing permissions in a different tutorial. So the first thing we're going to learn how to do is upload files. Your Google Drive will not look like this. It's going to look very limited because you have nothing there. These are files, and these are all documents. So if you already have existing files and documents, which I'm sure you do, you click this new button, the red new button, and you click either File Upload or Folder Upload. When you click File Upload, it brings you to your computer. Pick the file you want to upload. Press Open. It says it's uploading. And if you can't find it, if you have a huge Google Drive like me, you can press Locate and it'll bring it to you. But I know it's right here. Okay, 3:27 p.m. Now notice I actually uploaded something that was a Microsoft Word document. That's what this W symbol is. But it automatically changed it into a Google Doc format. That's what this symbol is. If you don't want to convert your documents to Google format, that's totally understandable. You can change that by clicking this gear button on the top right hand, clicking Settings, and then Convert Uploads. Convert uploaded files to Google Docs editor format. If you uncheck that, everything you upload will be in the exact same format it already is. Your PowerPoints will stay in PowerPoint format. Your Word documents will stay in Word document, and so on and so forth. I'm going to leave mine checked. The reason why I leave mine checked is because Google Drive has much better functionality when all of your documents are in Google format. When I first started teaching, I didn't, because I was scared and I didn't understand what Google Drive was, so I didn't want anything changed. So if you noticed on some of my folders, I have P is PowerPoint, and then I'll have the same exact ones in Google Slides format. The yellow is a Google Slides, because now I know it's better in Slides. So number one, to upload a file, new file upload. To upload an entire folder, click folder upload. This is awesome because now let's say you have thousands of documents that you've taught with your entire career. If you have them all in one folder, let's say a local drive on your computer, click the folder and press upload and the entire folder will upload. That's the very, very first thing I did when I started using Google Drive. I took everything on a local network computer at my school. I uploaded it to Google Drive, and now I can access it from anywhere in the world, from my home, from my work, from anywhere. I used to only be able to access that from my job, from my actual school. So these are all different types of things that you can store. These are folders, and then these are slides presentations. These are documents, and if you click the New button, you can see the other things you can store and create. Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, that's like PowerPoint. Sheets is like Microsoft Excel. Google Docs is like Microsoft Word. When you click More, Google Forms is an amazing tool we'll go over later in this course. Google Drawings, you're not actually drawing. It's similar to, it's very cool. We're going to go over it in a later tutorial. Similar to a paint shop. My Maps, another great tool. And you can add more and more apps to this. If you click Connect More Apps, you can look for them here. Lucid Chart is another great one. But that's for another tutorial. So, uploading pre-existing stuff with file upload and folder upload. Now we can also create things. Let's create something. Let's create a new folder. We're going to call this folder Sandbox. Within this folder, you can put docs, sheets, slides, and just by hitting the button. Now we have a new doc that we created. You want to give it a title. Let's call it Sample 1. Okay, now again, since this is a Google Doc, it's actually really a website. Everything has a URL web address. Now I'm going to click out of this, and now look. This is my drive. If I go to my Sandbox folder I just created, I have this document. If I open it up, you can edit it just like a Microsoft Word.